All right, so let's talk about the next portion of our exercise here of creating and installing our irrigation system based off of the Ratio 2 Wi-Fi controller. Uh, we've got, if you watched our previous video, you watched how I created an outdoor electrical cover and I connected the cord to the outside uh, holder that Ratio will fit in the enclosure. So now we have to talk about what valves are we going to be setting up. So here is a kind of a good product here. Let me get the box and I will show you what I've purchased and what you may be interested in using as well. Okay, so this is what we're using. I've been looking at this product for a long time. It's called an Ezyvavle4. It's by Antelco. It's actually an Australian company, and it's kind of a nifty thing. Basically here, if we look on the back of the box, you see that it is a self-contained 4-valve solenoids. And think about if you have an in-ground sprinkler system, you have different zones and you have different 24-vac solenoids that turn on and off the water for the zones. Well, this is kind of a really nifty idea. Basically, it's 4 valves in one little box, and it is a pretty self-contained box. And instead of trying to, if you have something like me where you're doing it above ground but you still want the nice control that the sprinkler valves have, then this product may be for you. So a lot of things that I purchase here in the US is at Sprinkler Warehouse. They're out in Houston, Texas. So a lot of my fittings and tubings and pipes and things like that. So anyways, what I'm going to do here is kind of get this set up as part of the process. So let me show you what I've done so far. I've kind of been playing around here. So when you get the Antelco box, it's going to have a little green cap on it that I took off. Let me show you how it looks. Maybe a little shady here. Okay, so basically it's a little box, and it has 2 hose outlets there and 2 on the other side, and there's an inlet here, and then your wires are going to go there to your controller. So the thing you have to do, it's almost like you're installing your own in-ground sprinkler system, but it's above ground and it's portable and you can change it, move it, and all that kind of flexibility. So what I basically did then is open this up, and I went to Home Depot and I got this wire here, this cabling here. This is 18 gauge solid core, so it's not stranded, but it's a solid copper core, and it's 5 wires. So if you notice here, it has a little connector here that will stabilize the wires. So you kind of flip that in here and then screw it down. And then the one I got has 5 wires, which is perfect because there'll be 4 wires that you'll use for each one of the 4 valves, and then the white wire is the common, and the common connects back to your controller as well. So 5 wire is really perfect for this. Now each one of these valves has 2 wires, so what you have to do is on one of the wires, and it doesn't matter which one, but you grab 1 wire from each valve and you screw that into the white wire, the common. That's for power and all that. And then each one of the colored wires you put to one of each individual valves. And then of course you just, tie it together with your little screw nuts that they give you. And that's pretty much it, right? It's pretty easy. So here's the nuts and everything that they give you in the wire. So they give you the big one for the white common because that's the most, and then each of these little ones. So what I'm going to do is kind of like pre-wire these boxes, as I'm converting here. It's kind of an octopus's nest here with all these lines and things like that. So I'm not sure exactly where I'm going to place it yet, but I know you got to wire it first, and wherever I wire it, I know what the length of the wire is, and I can cut the wire and see my lengths and see my placements, because at this point it's really kind of you need to organize when you got all these tubings and water hoses and everything like that. So the first thing I'm going to do is wire that together, and then we will take the next step. So we'll be back as soon as we finish that. Okay, so we have the next step, which is we've wired in the nuts, and we also put some Teflon tape on the ends just to make a good connection. But okay, so we got that done, and like I say, eventually we'll have to say where we're going to place these. Maybe something like this here on the brick, but we'll test out some different areas and see which position, which area, and how far and close and everything it should be. So I actually have 2 of these because I got 8 zones together, so I'm going to do a repeat on the other Antelco, and then we will take the next steps from there. Okay, so both of the easy valves are ready to go in place. So now it's just a matter of looking at the old tubings that I had last year and rerouting, repositioning, and resetting up. So that will be the next steps here that we take.